Okay. Once again, it's your friend, the Mighty Rider. And you might be asking yourself, whew, Mighty, why are you out of breath? Why do you look so disheveled? The hair is crazy. He's unshaven. What are those boxes over your shoulder? Well, folks, it's SVS Prep. I've been saving resources. I hope you have been too. It's crazy. It's about to start. We're not too far away now. This is our screen. Oh, wow. I know you've been saving up all those resources for a month now, or most of them at least. Some of you spent here and there. You found some great stuff. But here we go. Look, this clock's counting down. We already have our matchup. We'll check out who it is. Here we have 1756. Looks like Den of Dragons. I'm assuming that's it. I'm not going to click on it right now. But, yeah, we're ready. It's time to help our state. And I'm here to tell you, what are you going to do with all those resources? You're going to say, where's my backpack? Look at all those resources. They're going to get spent. Look at all these speed ups. What are they going to do? They're going to get spent. What are we looking like? Bonus gear? Nah, it's not going to really get spent. Gear? That's going to get improved. And then there's the other. And a lot of that's going to get spent. We're going to have some gift box opening. And they're just gifts for me. So your gifts will hopefully come from your friends and relatives for whatever you celebrate this holiday season. If you celebrate anything at all. Or maybe you have a birthday coming up. Like I just had one. That's right. Your friend Mighty got a year older after a week ago. Happy birthday to me. I got pants. I don't know why I said it like that. I got pants. I needed them. They were great. They were nice jeans. And I've got off on a tangent again. But we're here to talk about what are you doing during SVS prep. So day one is simple. There's several options to do, but what you want to do is hopefully your state has set up some sort of spreadsheet or sign-up sheet, which will help you get a beautiful slot to get those bonuses that are offered by your current appointed president. And that first day is usually a little construction speed up prep. You hopefully get set up for it. No matter what state you might be in, hopefully your president set that up or had someone set up, whether it be their president or the Minister of Interior. If they didn't, then it's free for all time and just sign up when you can and cross your fingers and hope you get it if you need it. But construction is going to be your first day. And what are you looking at for construction day? Fire crystals. Hello. I have a lot, I know. And the reason I have so many is because I'm FC8 right now, so I haven't had to spend in a few months now, so all I do is bank them. So when FC9 and 10 launches in the next, I don't know if it's 60 or 90 days, something like that, I'll be spending the crap out of those, and I have them. And then there's the refined ones, which will also be helping you depending on what level you're at. If you've got into 6, 7, 8, you're going to need to spend those. If you're still working on up through 5, you don't need those. Forget about them for now. Just keep spending your fire crystals. What else is going to go with that? Lots and lots of these resources. So many. Spend through them. Do not open the chest yet, because God forbid you end up in a state where you have to transfer. You'll lose a lot of those resources. They stay in the chest for now, especially the beautiful secure ones right here, as you can see, secured. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be working on those construction speed ups. Which is going to be finding over here. And I have some over here. And that's a little hammer. Hello, construction speed ups. Eventually, you can work into your general ones too. It really depends on what you are working on. For SVS prep, you always want to know a goal for that time. Like this time, I'm going to be working on some research, so that'll be for more for day 2 for me. And I will also be working on some pet increasing my pet strength and my expert strength. I will also boost some of my gear. My first March set is all done. These groups here hopefully will be able to all go legendary as well if I have enough essence stones and mythic gear. The problem is usually with me is I usually run out of mythic gear. Hopefully I get half. So we got 5, 9. If I get 6 of them to legendary, that's probably what I'm looking to do. Tune in for a later video where I'll probably show you the after effect. But the other thing you're going to be looking to do is your chief gear, which I know I have over here. I'm almost complete with my chief gear at max. So we have some chief gear boxes over here. There's only 2. That's not many at all. I guess I haven't had many chests, but I know I have some other stuff somewhere. Is it in here? I think it's here. Shards. Here they are. So I do have them right here. You get your polishing solution, you get your hardened alloy, and you get your design plans. And once you get past the lower levels, once you get to that T3, T4 setup, you're going to need these lunar ambers. And God, they go fast. So save those, trade for those. That's a great thing. So if you don't know about that yet, once you get up to a high enough level in the chief gear, I want to go check that out. You got a little shop. Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked on charm because I don't know what I'm doing. Chief gear, here you go. Here's your shop. Enhancement material exchange. So I like to use the design plans and trade those for the amber. Everything else tends to be spent up on its own. Any simple as you just go redeem and you choose how many you want. You know, for every 10 of these, I get 1 of these. I already know I'm going to need a bunch, so just for show you how it works, I'm going to trade 60 for 6. So that's going to be even 50 of these. You only have 44, so I like even numbers, slightly OCD or anal, however you want to call me. Or you can call me jerk off. Oh, part of my language, that was messed up. I still prefer mighty. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about. Or you can just tell me I'm an idiot and I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. That works too. They do also get down to levels. So it takes 5 levels to get to the next star or to the next tier. As you see, I'm almost done. I got the Lancer gear ready to work up. I finished the infantry and marksman last time. So we'll hopefully get through most of that. I don't know if I have enough for all of it, but fingers crossed I will, or I'll come across some extra ones in some sort of event or resources. Let's see. So that's going to be your day 1. You want to work on your chief gear, charms. Actually, you want to work on your charms, not your chief gears. I'm sorry. Your charms. And charms, I recommend doing the marksman first because you love that lethality, and I know a lot of my people love their bear hunts. And what helps with your bear hunts? Lethality, marksman lethality, especially. Mine are all max, as you can see. Bonus, but look at that, 55%. That's huge. 55%, huge. So I do that first, followed by infantry. I did because health is important. Though again, if you really don't care about health and if you're all out for just lethality, sure, you could throw some into your Lancer too for more attacks, but I would definitely tune those up. Again, you don't have to go 1 for 1 with those. I know I've timed off into charms. We'll talk about that in a different video, but just to see what you're working on today, feel free to reach out what you would do first or which quantities you want to do. Like I don't do 1 for 1. I level up a few tiers before I go to the next one, because that's what's more important to me. Or more important to you. Feel free to reach out to me here on the comments, or if you're an Alliance member, just direct message me or private message me, whatever they're called in the game. I don't really remember. Day 2. Day 2 is, like I said, the next sign up. Again, hopefully you have a sheet where you're able to sign up for that and get assigned a certain slot. I love that 0300 UTC slot. It's in the evening for me here in the United States, and it helps me because I don't have anything else I'm working on. I'm not bothered by work or going, doing whatever during the day, getting chores done or running errands. I don't have to worry about that. Comfy home with our favorite little pup. He's over there right now, and he will be making a cameo later if he wants to. Come on, come here. No, right now. The look he just gave me was if he had 5 fingers on his paw, it would have been the middle one showing at me. That's for sure. He wants stuff to do with you right now. He's all curled up and comfy. I swear, I will try to get a cameo for you today. I know I've had heavy requests for it. But day two, get into research. That's what you want to do. Your research, back to my backpack, and we got speed ups. Research is just purely speed ups, and there you go. It looks like a microscope. What kind of microscope? I don't know. I'm not that fancy or smart. Not electron microscope, standard microscope. We all had a lab at some time in school, right? Whether you passed it or failed it, that's good on you. But that's where you're going to use it. And that's where you're going to use it for either, we're going to go to our city now, your main research. When I say main research, I mean we're coming over here, your research center. I got something that's going for 16 days, so that'll get sped up at one point to get finished. Or your War Academy. And as you saw last time, my last video, my War Academy is all finished. And again, this is depending on which way you're going. You want to build it up towards your Helios. If you're a marksman person, these all have to be filled in first before you can do your Helios. And they take so many days. When you actually do to train your Helios, this is just to learn to have Helios marksmen or Helios infantry or Helios lancers, which you should definitely not be doing first. If you're more defensive based, or if your leader at the time is telling you infantry is the way to go, feel free to abide by their rules. I recommend it because, your R5 is somewhat smart. I don't know. I would call myself slightly above average. But just pay attention to what the goals are of your alliance, because you do want to stay on the same page, and you want to make sure that it all worked out for you. The other thing is it's going to be like 48, 50 days. I don't remember. It's been a while since I did it. So that's just to be able to do it. Then you have to train them all. So as much as you want to have Helios, whatever, do the research first. And as much as you want to promote them all, don't promote them right away. It's not going to help you. You're better off saving it for day 4 when your training is going to be the thing. For one thing, it's going to be cheaper, so much cheaper. Usually, the president puts in like 30 or 40% cut down in time. Save for that. I know it's really tempting to just get the Helios and then just promote them all right away. It is not advised. It is a huge waste of resources. It takes a lot. Instead, if you get that fast, you still have leftover shards and leftover research or general speed ups. That's what you've been working for. Start working on training. That's your first one. Go to training. So it costs less to actually train, whether it be the marksman, get infantry or lancers. Then you get the Helium first aid. I recommend at least getting those leveled up because they cost so many research resources to not only train them, but then to heal them, to bring them back, from the brink. And so you may be blowing through your resources if you're trying to save yourself through a castle or a foundry or something like that. Don't kill yourself at a foundry. That's just not smart. But castle, touch your arm, something like that you maybe want to heal yourself for. But just it costs a lot of resources, so work on those too. Then we're going to come back here. Day 2 is also one of our favorite events. Where are you? I know it's in here somewhere, right? Oh, not there. Where about it? Deals? It's not there yet. But I do know it is on the calendar. Where are you? Down here. Lucky Wheel. Our Lucky Wheel is Renee right now. If you are a free-to-play person, this is your spot. This is where you've been saving your gems for. You should not have been wasting heavy gems on anything else. You're saving for Lucky Wheel because it's 2 days. Day 2 and day 3 of SVS prep is your Lucky Wheel. So you want to make sure you're using as much as you can. Use out all the spins possible if you can, depending on what your gem total is. Balance it out between the 2 days because you want to get the maximum amount of points. Also for day 2 is lots of hero shards. So that's where you're going to start going into your backpack again. I got over here the other. And you're going to start boosting all these shards. Blow through them. You're going to have your heroes. Hopefully they'll already have a little star, next to them because they're ready to upgrade. Don't upgrade before that. And then pick out the right heroes. If you're free to play, know what you're building towards. Do you still need to get, my buddy Geronimo to level 4 if you want, or just to level 3 so you can have level 4, level 5 skill levels? Go for it. Are you still working to get your joiners up there? Jasser, Soyun, Jesse, Gwen, Reyna. Are you still trying to get them to level 4? Spend your shards there. Anybody else who you're not really getting into, if you have them, spend them. If not, don't go crazy. Um, for us, I know that Gen 7 is coming up, and the ultimate marksman, Bradley, will be a next lucky wheel. So, no, think of that going ahead of time. Sometimes it's not bad to plan ahead. Um, don't go crazy, spending on, Wayne. I wouldn't spend anything on Wayne right now. With Bradley coming, I'd say, sorry, Wayne, you can just sit by and just rot for. I know you're a cool cowboy with a boomerang. We'll call you the Aussie cowboy. Um, Hope a dingo didn't eat your baby. That was stupid. Oh man, I went there again. I think I made that joke already. But yeah, Bradley's gonna be your guy. So save up for that one. Lots of gems because you want to get him up there as soon as you can because he's gonna be your marksman for bear, for arena, for rallies, and he's gonna be there for at least 3 generations. You're talking about 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10. I think it is. I have to double check my research, but I think it's like that. You're gonna have Bradley on your one of your main attractions for at least a year, which is a lot of time. Some people don't make it through playing this game for a year. I'm over a year, but I hopefully will be here for another year. We'll see how it goes. Also, day 2, you're gathering your resources. What do you want to do with that? You want to have your we gotta go to world. Your auto hunt going on right here. Beasts auto hunt. Set them up right here. And what do you want to do here? Because they're just auto hunting. You want to have that special squads already built up. So when I do that, where's the first one you always choose? That's right, your squad. For me, again, it's 3, where you have Gina and you have our man right here, whose name is escaping right now. I keep saying, want to say Wallace, but I know it's Lomac. So yeah, you want to have them and put them in your first one. So they're constantly going and coming back as fast as possible. Set up your stamina goals. How many canisters are you willing to use? How far do you want your search to go? I usually try to keep a closer search area so they get back even faster. I always go for level 26 to level 30 because that's always worth the most points for your beasts. And again, your beast kills, that is going to be on day 3, I think. Yep, that's going to be set up for day 3. So what it is that's when your auto hunt. Then there's also gathering. Gathering is day 2. I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but we'll outline everything at the end just because it's kind of like train of thought. Me, I kind of work off the cuff a little bit. That's why my videos go so long, and I'm also kind of nuts. But gathering, you have a great little growth tool here. Gathering speed, it's cheap. If I don't have any right now, as you can see, but this one, it's only 250. That's not much. If you want to do it for 24 hours, you can. That's only 600. I would at least do the 250, and then start sending out the gatherers before the reset happens for day 2. So if it takes with the speed ups, call it 6 hours to do a full gather, send them out with like 5.5 hours. So that way, by when they're finishing, the reset's coming, and you're gonna get all those resources right to start on day 2, and to help boost, and then just keep sending out more. Well, you remember, send out all 4. If you have a beautiful hub, which I think we have one right now, we have a great farm right now. Send a nice big group to that hub too. That will help get even more resources for whatever it is. Hopefully, you have enough members in your alliance, which we just hit today, to have a special secured gathering node. Now we will go to day 3. And day 3, again, as I said, is where you're going to do your auto hunting. You're going to do your lucky wheel again. And then you're probably going to do your expert skills as you want them. That's in day 2 and 3, actually. Your expert relationship. You could do charms again on day 3, even though we did them on day 1. I recommend doing it all on day 1, so you have a good start off. If you picked up any more, or you forgot, you can still do it on day 3 or day 4 is even better. It really depends on if you're trying to win the day or you're just trying to do as best you can. Remember, whatever you do, your points go towards the whole state versus state. Sometimes other alliances will try to recruit you to help them for the prep, but that's just to help them. I mean, not gonna lie, I've done that. I've gone to other places to help their prep, and all it is them to help them win. Sometimes it's for castle rights, or to be the lead alliance for SVS Battle Day. It really depends. But it's okay to fight for your own alliance too. Right now, I'm just trying to put a good showing in for our alliance. We had a vote in our alliance that we were doing SVS prep here. We are not going anywhere else. This is actually my first prep in our new alliance. Last prep, I did go to my old alliance as I promised to help them out with their prep. Day 3, you also have some more hero shards you could do. You have your pets you can start working on if you want. The big thing though for day 3 though is your lucky wheel and your auto hunting. Those are the big things for day 3. Day 4 is training, and again, if you don't have a spreadsheet or a log or something that your state is doing to sign up for training, then try and get in there for the free for all and get your slot, because training is the biggest boost. Yes, I always forget it's 30 or 40% speed up for training, and that's where you're gonna go crazy. And I know it's false power, and by false power I mean you get a lot of power for just having lots of troops. I have a lot of troops. I have told you this before in previous videos that I did that for that, but that was my thing. That was the thing I learned wrong. But now I have a lot of troops, and they help out because having a lot of troops later is necessary, especially if you want to send out more marches or if you want to send more marksmen towards your bear rallies to get more points, because they help. So know what you want. Again, know who you're training. You're mostly going to be training. Well, I know what you guys are. You're going to train mostly marksmen and then throw some infantry in, and then lancers will fly by. You don't have to go balance them out. Go crazy. Hit that speed up on it. We're going to go to our city again, and then be ready. I'm not going to hit it right now, but right here, speed ups, hit the quick use. That's the fast way to do it. If you have enough save it, hit that quick use. You can check the box so it doesn't question if you want to do it every time, and then fly through it. They have a growth thing here again. You have a training capacity. Look at that. Increases training capacity and time for all troops by 200%. That's huge. That's a big change. I definitely highly recommend that. Just remember, it's a lot more. So instead of right now, I'm training 1,400 at a clip. When I do that, it puts me up over 4,000, which is a lot at once. But also remember, it's a lot more resources. Most likely, you have to refill those resources. And again, just check use resources. There's a button there that allows you to do it, and just let it go through. Don't slow yourself down, especially if you're signed up, because you only have a half hour. I almost never use the half hour, and when I say almost, I'm going to say 90% of the time I don't use that full half hour. I probably blow through my training for the troops in probably 10 to 15 minutes, because you're just rapid clicking, blowing through it. The other thing for day 4 is charms are back in, so really that's a pretty good thing. Also, the thing that first shows up now is your essence stones. Essence stones are going to start getting used for it. If not mistaken, I believe widgets are also popping up on day 4. So you can start using some widgets if you want. But the big thing for day 4 is you want to go training crazy. You want to get all your marksmen done. If you've already got a lot of marksmen, get those infantry up so you're ready to garrison, and you have and then lancers. Like I said, you don't have to have even amounts of troops. I probably have close to even amounts of troops just because I have so many now. And we'll check in our troops, and I know you're going to hate me for it. I have 4.7 million troops, and I have a slight lean towards marksmen. I've started balancing off now because I have enough where I could fill a lot of either one. Once you get to certain levels, I could fill 6 marches with everybody. But if you're at the lower levels of troops, if you only have 2 million or less troops, then you want to have a larger ratio difference. You're going to want to have more marksmen, or so that way you can fill those bear rallies better when you're trying to get to that 590, 90%. So you need 6 rallies of 90% marksmen. That's a lot more marksmen. So you probably want to have a couple extra 100,000 marksmen, maybe a few 100,000, depending on the math of your rally or march, I should say. That's it for day 4. Day 5, it's pretty much, you're back to a free fall. Now the chief gear, actual gear, not charm, sorry. Again, I apologize before, is into it. You're back doing your construction, your fire crystals. If you forgot, this is the day to do it. I would do it for day 1 and day 5. Also, day 5, there's usually no signups. I know they don't put a state buff to it usually for day 5. You could ask your president about that if you're on good terms with your president. Hey, can you throw a construction buff for day 5? Because why not? I don't understand. I've never understood this. If I was president, again, I don't know the full rules of presidency, so do not hold me to this. But why not have a state buff every day that helps something? Why don't do it days 1, 2, and 4? Right? I mean, isn't that a logical question? If day 5 is going to help you for construction as well, and that doubles the amount of slots. And again, I could be talking out of my butt right now because I could be completely wrong. Because again, this is my opinion, and I don't have the full facts because I talk in a streaming flow of consciousness. I don't do notes ahead of time. But yeah, so work on fire crystals again. Work on construction speed ups. You could do research and training again, speed ups. And those are speed ups though. So if you have some left over, go for it. But again, I would have recommended using all you can on the days we previously went over, because by day 5, it's just you're going to do your chief gear. That's going to be big. You're going to definitely go for your essence stones and your widgets. That's going to be huge boosts as well. You're going to go crazy on your pets. You're going to go crazy. Let's see what else we're doing. That's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you have a good prep. I will now do a quick recap of everything. Day 1, you should, again, this is sign up for your spreadsheets if available. If you don't know, ask your R5, ask the president if they're on good terms with them. Find out if there's a spreadsheet you can sign up for. Most of the time, it's only for NAP alliances, or mostly for NAP alliances. As a non-NAP alliance, it'll probably mostly be free for all. But maybe you have a NAP alliance that you're good with, and they'll let you use one of their slots. That happened to me last time. I asked one of my friends at a NAP alliance if they were using all of their slots. They said I could have one, and I got a slot. It's simple. It's always good to have friends in as many alliances as possible. You never know when you're going to need to change, whether you need to leave your alliance, whether I know my hair is still freaking nuts, and I just don't care, because again, I was getting resources out of the basement because I've been saving up for a month, mostly saving up. I probably saved like 80% of my resources. I spent 20 during what was that, Thanksgiving. I spent during Thanksgiving, not gonna lie. And I failed my goal. I know you guys just wanted to see me at that lethality, but I kind of messed up on the last day, and that's my own fault. And I digress. Okay, back to day 1. Fire crystals, construction speed ups, charms. Day 2, research is your number 1. Lucky wheel, go crazy if you have enough gear. Not gear, gems. Hero shards, know who you're working towards. If you need to know who to work towards based on who you have, ask. It never hurts to ask. I didn't know jack when I was doing this, and that's why I spent the first 3 months of this game doing the wrong things, and I regret it all the time, because as good as I am, and you guys can see how good I am, I could be better. This gear, as it's good, if I was doing it properly, I'd have this would all be legendaries already, and like high legendary. But I wasted time, I wasted resources, on the wrong things. I also went crazy, and as I showed you before, and I spent early boosting all my rare and epic heroes, even the ones that I wasn't using a lot. So it's better to allocate them to the proper places. You're going to gather resources on day 2. And by gather resources, I'm talking about, remember, setting out for your secure node, setting out using that growth for the speed boost for either for 8 hours, 24 hours, depending on how many gems you want to spend. And then the other things you can do, but not have to do, is you do more fire crystals in construction. You can do expert relationships or expert skills. And then we go to day 3, lucky wheel day 2, go crazy again. Get your girl Renee up there. Hopefully you get her up to level 4, especially if you're free to play. This is the time to go. She's going to be your Lancer for a while, probably. You could do hero shards again. You're getting back to that auto hunting with the beasts. Remember, make sure you're using the right squad. Your one squad should be your speed squad, which again should have Gina and your buddy, not Wallace. Lubeck. There he is. He looks cool, but Again, changing the name still bothers me. But have them ready. That's your first one. So that way they go first, they go fastest, and they saving you on stamina. Because remember, you're saving 2. So if it costs you 10, it costs you 8. Then the other 2 could be whoever you want to send out. Pick a squad. Usually, because beasts aren't that strong, I would choose mid-tier squads. I would send out your strongest heroes. Maybe you send out a Seoyun squad. I use my bear squads, not gonna lie, and then just boost up the full full march. So I'll, instead of it just being 5,590, I'll just fill in whoever's still unused, and I'll do the same thing with, like, say, Jasser, because I think those are 2 of my, while they're strong joiners, they're weak overall marchers for my other heroes. So I just throw those 3 together and send them out. Also for day 3, again, pet time. You can start working on that a little bit. You can start working on your charm. You continue working on your charms a little bit. You continue working on your expert relationship to expert skills. And remember, expert is only day 2 and 3. So if you're going to go into expert, I know speed ups pop up a different day, but you want to actually to build a relationship and skills are only day 2 and 3. So plan ahead. Day 4, you want to do your training. Sign up for training. If you don't have enough troops, or you're going to be spent on troops, do your best to sign up for troops. This is where you promote your Helios. This is what especially for Helios. If you're getting ready to promote all your Helios, you want one of these slots like you want water. I have water. Not sponsored by, but I will take it. Poland Spring, I like your stuff. Why not? Nestle Pure. Looking for sponsorships here. Someone's got to, get me pay for my Frost Stars. Day 4 also is your charms again. And if you want to, you can start working on your Essence Stones and your widgets. Finally, day 5, you get back to your construction and fire crystals again if you want to. If you haven't finished going through them, day 1 and 2, you can get back to your research and training speedups. If you haven't, but like I said, your training speedups should be done by now. That should be your day 4. Blow them all out. Don't save any for day 5. Make sure you sign up for one of those speed buffs for like the 30 or 40%. You're gonna go crazy for you're finishing up your Essence Stones and your widgets. Remember to work on the right heroes for widgets. Again, if you're not sure, ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. You don't have to ask me. You ask someone else you trust. Some of you probably trust more than me, because again, I don't know 100% of what I'm talking about. The other thing we're going to do is we're also going to do our pet advancement. We're going to do our chief gear, actual chief gear, not charms, but gear. That's our final day. And that's pretty much it for SVS training. I'm now going to grab my co-host and he's going to make a cameo. Ryder. There he is. He so hates me right now. Right? You hate me? Kisses? No kisses. That's crazy. That's how much he doesn't like right now, because I just totally pulled him out of being all comfy and nap-like. But he's a good boy. Right? Kiss a little bit. There we go. Oh, no. It's a big F-U. Oh, no, wait. There we go. He's a good boy. But again, this has been the Mighty Rider, looking disheveled. The things I do for my people to gather these resources to get us ready for SVS prep. I look like crazy. I go on a video that will last for forever. People will make fun of me. Look at his hair. Look at that unshaven beard. But they don't care, because what? We have a dog. The pirate puppy himself. Yep. He's my master. I'm just a puppet. I really am, he really he has actually a built-in brain thing. He just feeds me the words and I just tell him to. But once again, this has been the Mighty Rider, the Pirate Puppy, and I hope you have a wonderful SVS prep, and I hope you get all the goals hit that you wanted. And please, again, reach out, comment. I'll do what I can to help you. Any questions? Maybe you have a request for another video. I'll do what I can. I do my best with just my opinion. Not everything is fact. It's my opinion, and to the best of my knowledge, what has helped me over the time that I've played this game, that I've learned from other people. But again, I know I've said goodbye 4 times. But once again, this has been the Mighty Rider, the Pirate Puppy, saying good luck to everyone, and have a wonderful SVS. Until next time.